do this. He said, but I did not, did not, what did he say? He said, I don't usually do this. He said, but judging the appearance of the person that I'm going to share the room with, I felt a need to put my stuff in the safe. And so the person said, well, Bishop, the person you sharing the cabin with thought the same thing. So he came and put his valuables up too. I say that to say that we have a tendency to look at folk and judge them based on what we see, the color of their skin, how skinny, how fat, how big, how small their stature. Samuel was a stickler for that. I would love to see how his children looked, because when he chose the first king, which was Saul, he chose Saul based on his stature and how good he looked. Amen. But then he tried it again, the second king he was getting ready to choose. And when he went to David's house and seen his brothers, he chose all the brothers that looked what? Good, handsome, tall in stature. But they had a little old ruddy boy by the name of David that was out in the field taking care of the sheep. And so God said, don't look at his countenance. He wasn't talking about David, he was talking about the brother. He said, because I've rejected him. He said, so don't worry about him, because he ain't the one. I can't by to let you know this morning that sometimes your circumstances not going to look, Jesus, how you feel. They are to look. Sometimes they'll look ugly. They'll be nasty. Come on, somebody. But that's the very thing that will push you to your next level in God. I came by to let you know that everything not going to be as wonderful and as pleasant as you would like for it to be. However, it will get you to your next level in life. It will push you and thrust you into a great future. Not only that, it will cause you to have a wonderful, beautiful, marvelous relationship with your Heavenly Father, because I need you to understand that it ain't the good stuff that make you, Jesus, run to God. It's the things, come on somebody, that just make you fall down to your knees, that draws you closer to your Father. Come on, it's the things, come on, that are uncomfortable. It's the things that don't seem right, don't look right, don't feel right, that causes you to have a deep and abiding relationship with God. And I know you would like every day to be sunny. Jesus. But can I tell you, that's just not the way it is. It's the things that make you go, Come on, somebody, that will help you see things in a different perspective. It's the things that make you go, that will help you, come on, somebody, gain the relationship you need to have with God. It's the things that make you go, that causes you to search yourself, come on, somebody, and make you want to do better. Come on, make you want to live better. Come on, make you want to be right. It's the things that make you go, causes you, come on, to want to be the person that you were predestined and ordained to be. And I need you to be clear about the fact that whatever will cause you, whatever will give you a desire, whatever will make you want to be holy, to be righteous, and to be godly, it won't be what you're looking for. Come on, it won't be dressed, come on, all cute and pretty. It won't be.
Yes, Lord.
Exactly. Come on. What you were searching for, it will be. Come on, that thing that is ugly. Come on, that thing that does not feel good. That thing that causes you pain. It will be that thing that causes you to come into alignment with heaven. And without differences, come on, somebody, this world wouldn't be the way it is. Come on, and it's our differences that makes this world so unique, so great, so good. It's our differences. Come on, it's our different opinions, it's our different outlooks. It's come on, somebody, it's the fact that I don't think like you that makes this world better. It's the fact that I don't look like you. Come on, somebody. That makes this world, come on, so great. It's the fact, come on, somebody, that I don't walk like you, Jesus, that makes this world what it is. And so I need you to understand that at the end of the day, because our walk is different, God calls and call, come on, you to a great place in Him. And so I need you to understand that God is looking for you. Oh, Jesus, somebody gonna catch that.
Help us, Lord.
God is looking for you. Somebody might be trying to find out, why is He looking for you? Me, why is He looking for me? Because you hiding.
Come on. Help us, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Oh, Jesus, you hiding. What am I hiding? You hiding the fact, Jesus, that you stumbled last night. Oh, Jesus, you hiding the fact, oh God, that you are in a state of depression. You hiding the fact, come on, that right now you are a bit anxious. You're hiding the fact, come on, that it doesn't feel good. You're hiding the fact, come on, that you realize that you have so many flaws. You're hiding the fact, come on, Jesus, that you think you ought to look better than you are. You're hiding the fact, come on, that you wish you came from a different family. You're hiding the fact, come on, somebody,
Help us.
that you wish, come on, somebody, your daddy would have been there. You're hiding the fact, come on, somebody, that you wish your mama was who, come on, somebody, you desired her to be. You're hiding the fact, come on, that you wish you were a better parent. Come on, somebody, you're hiding the fact, come on, Jesus, that you were, oh God, you wish you were a better spouse. You're hiding the fact, come on, somebody, that you wish you didn't feel like you feel. Come on, you're hiding the fact.
Yes, Lord.
That reality is just not what I wish it would be. And so at the end of the day, while you're hiding, God is seeking, because He needs you to be clear that I love you flaws and all. Come on, Jesus. Go with me to 2 Samuel. Go with me to 2 Samuel. We're going to start at the 9th chapter. We're starting at the first verse, and it reads, and David said, is there yet any that is left of the house of Saul, that I may show him kindness for Jonathan's sake? There was of the house of Saul a servant whose name was Ziba. And when they had called him unto David, and the king said unto him, art thou Ziba? And he said, thy servant is he. And the king said, is there not yet any of the house of Saul, that I may show the kindness of God unto him? And Ziba said unto the king, Jonathan had yet a son, which is lame on his feet. And the king said unto him, where is he? And Ziba said unto the king, behold, he's in the house of Micah, the son of Amiel, in Lo-debar. Then King David sent and fetched him out of the house of Micah, the son of Amiel, from Lo-debar. Now when Mephibosheth, the son of Jonathan, and the son of Saul, was coming to David, he fell on his face, and he did reverence. And David said, Mephibosheth, and he answered, behold, thy servant. David said unto him, Fear not, I will surely show thee kindness for Jonathan thy father's sake, and will restore thee all the land of thy son, of Saul thy father, and thou shalt eat bread at my table continually. And he bowed himself, and he said, What is thy servant, that thou shouldest look upon such a dog as I am? And then the king called to Ziba, Saul's servant, and said unto him, I have given up to thy master's son all that pertain to Saul and to all his house. Thou therefore and thy sons and thy servants shall till the land for him, and thou shalt bring in the fruits, and thy master's son may have food to eat. But Mephibosheth, thy master's son, shall eat bread always at my table. Now Ziba had 15 sons and 20 servants. Then said Ziba unto the king, According to all that my lord the king hath commanded is his servant, so shall thy servant do. As for Mephibosheth, said the king, he shall eat at my table as one of the king's sons. And Mephibosheth had a young son, whose name was Micah. And all that dwelt in the house of Ziba were servants unto Mephibosheth. And Mephibosheth dwelt into Jerusalem, for he did continually eat at the king's table, and was lame on both his legs. And I want you to understand that Mephibosheth was in hiding. And he was in hiding as a result of his shame. The name Mephibosheth means shame. And as we look in this first verse, we see that David began to seek anyone left in the house of Saul. And I'm reminded of how God began to seek us when he's ready for us to come in to the kingdom of God, how he will look and search and tug on our hearts and our spirits so that our desire becomes him, and that our desire becomes the things of him. The things that God will use oftentimes to bring us into him, into a close relationship with him. They are uncomfortable. They don't feel good. Come on, they are unpleasant. And I can just imagine that Mephibosheth was probably in not such a good place, because the Bible says that he was in Lo-debar. And Lo-debar is a place of not enough. It means no pasture, a place of not enough. And anytime we're in a place of not enough, there is the sign of lack there. Oh, Jesus. Because lack simply means to not have enough. Oftentimes when we think about lack, we think about not having enough money. But can I tell you that oftentimes is not money that is our issue? Come on, somebody. Because oftentimes we don't have enough peace. Come on, somebody. Oftentimes we don't have enough joy. Come on, somebody. Oftentimes we don't have enough confidence. Come on, somebody. Oftentimes we don't have enough self-worth. Come on, Jesus. Oftentimes we are lacking. Come on, somebody. The very things we need to get up in the morning. Come on, Jesus. The very things we need to go on throughout the day. Come on, somebody. We lack the very thing we need to just have a peace of mind. Come on, somebody. And so at the end of the day, whereas, oh God, David and Paul was able to encourage themselves. Oh, Jesus. Sometimes we need somebody, come on, somebody, to do it for us. So sometimes we don't have enough inspiration on the inside of ourselves to tell ourselves we can make it. Why? Because somebody done told us for so long that you're not good enough. Come on, somebody. You're not worthy enough. Come on, somebody. And you just like your daddy. Come on. And you your mammy. Come on, somebody. And you heard that. Come on, somebody. You're not capable and you don't have the skills. Come on, Jesus. And sometimes that you're too stupid or you're too retarded. Come on. And you're just too dumb for this. But I came by to let you know, God believes in you. Come on. And whatever it is, he says, that you are weak, I show up and become, oh God, strong on the inside of you. So at the end of the day, whereas shame may be hovering over your circumstances, come on, Jesus, God said, I came to give you life and life in the abundance. And so here is the thing. I need you to understand that Mephibosheth was lame in his legs. But don't you know you can be lame spiritually? Come on, Jesus. And at the end of the day, I need you to be clear about the fact that God wants to help you. So why we allow our circumstances to draw us into hiding, God is looking for us, and he's saying that I came to do a swap. I came to do a trade. Could you give me your ashes, Lord? And I'll give you beauty. Come on, somebody. Can you give me your weakness? Come on, somebody. And I will give you strength. Can you give me your turmoil? Come on, somebody. And I will give you peace. Come on, somebody. Can you give me, come on, somebody, your lack of intelligence? Come on. And I will make you wise beyond your age. If you could just give me, come on, somebody, that thing that you think is holding you back. And I will give you something that will bring you to the forefront and set you on display where the man, woman, boy, and girl will know that I am God on the inside of you. And so can you just let God do it? Come on, somebody. You got to let God fix it. And you can't do that running. You can't do that and hiding. You can't do that covering it up, because at the end of the day, as long as you continue to cover it up, God can't help you. He can't help you. He says, I'm looking for someone who's really willing to surrender it all to me. And so he went looking for Mephibosheth, because remember, David had made Jonathan a promise. He made him a promise, and he said that he would take care of their house. And so here's the thing. Mephibosheth, whatever, had became lame as a result of somebody else's fault. Jesus. Sit right there. Just sit right there. Don't you know sometimes we can become lame as a result of somebody else's fault?
Come on.
Oh, Jesus. We can become lame as a result of somebody else's mistakes. Come on. We can become lame as a result of somebody else's bad decisions. Come on. We can become lame as a result of somebody else's bad choices. We can become lame as a result of somebody else's fall. And so here is the thing. When Jonathan and Saul were killed during war, battle, Mephibosheth's nurse heard about it. Now, I need you to understand that during those times, whenever a king was killed, Jesus, the next king that would be over the dynasty or take over the dynasty, they would come in and they would kill all of the rest of the deceased king's people, so that nobody can come in and inherit the throne. Oh, Jesus. And so the nurse perhaps gotten a little spooked because Mephibosheth was the next, oh Jesus, in line. And so she grabbed him at the age of 5 and she began to run with him. And while they were running to escape, she fell. Oh, Jesus. And in her fall, come on, she dropped the boy. God. Ah, Jesus. Did somebody drop you? Oh, God. Did somebody leave you that you were relying on, that you were dependent on? Come on, somebody. Somebody that was supposed to have kept you safe, come on, from harm's way, come on. But perhaps in their line of escape, they stumbled. Running from life, running from their issues, running from their choices, running from their decisions. Come on, somebody. Anybody fall? Come on, Jesus. While you were in their hands. Come on. Did anybody drop the ball on you? Come on, Jesus. And at the end of the day, I need you to be clear that she dropped him and caused both of his legs to become lame. And so he was lame and crippled for the rest of his life. Nothing that he did. Jesus. It was nothing that he did. Oh God, somebody is gonna get it. Sometimes you don't have to do nothing. Oh Jesus. To get put in a position where you have to rely on folk for the rest, Jesus, of your life. Sometimes you don't have to do anything to be put in a position where you have to depend on people for the rest of your life. But Mephibosheth was ashamed about his situation. He was ashamed about his circumstances, and it ended him up in a place where there was nothing. He ended up in a place where there was nothing. But it didn't stop there. Because see, if God made you a promise, oh Jesus. Or if God made your people a promise.
Come on.
Or perhaps God made your mama a promise. And he might have even made your daddy a promise. Don't you know that God, Jesus, have to keep the promise that he made? And so David remembered the promise that he had made to Saul and Jonathan. And when he remembered, he asked, is there anybody? Is there anybody left in Saul's family? Is there anybody left? Perhaps somebody's looking right now to bless you. God said that I will cause, come on, Jesus, blessings to run you down. Mephibosheth was minding his own business. As a matter of fact, I believe that he had become content with his situation. Jesus. He wasn't looking for God. God came looking for him. Is God looking for you right now? Come on, somebody. Is God searching for you right now? Because, oh God, remember Jesus. Did he remember the promise that he made to you? And I know sometimes we feel like God has forgotten all about what he's promised us, all about what he told us. But I need you to understand that in due season, oh God, because David had just came out of war. David had just came from destroying his enemies. And not only that, after destroying his enemies, David had become exceedingly abundantly blessed because all the spoils David encountered. And so David wanted to be a blessing to somebody. And hey God, he just said, I want to be kind to somebody. Don't you know God wants to be good to you? He said, I feel like blessing somebody. Can you find somebody from Saul's family? I believe that God, Jesus, has thought about you and your family. Has come up in God's mind, and God has remembered the promise that he made to somebody. It doesn't matter who he made the promise to. I know a lot of times we like to get technical and we want to know who he made it to and when he made it and exactly what you said. Lord, how did you look when you said? How did you feel when? I don't care who he made the promise to. I don't care if it was raining, if it was sunny. It doesn't matter if all hell was breaking loose when he made the promise. But Lord, can you just remember? Somebody wants God to remember them because you felt lame for most of your life. You felt lame. You felt like an outcast. Jesus. You felt like the black sheep. Jesus. You felt different. Come on. Why? Because your walk was different. You didn't walk like everybody else. Perhaps you walked with a limp, and I'm not talking about a physical limp. Come on, Jesus. I'm talking about an emotional limp. Don't you know you can have, come on, somebody, some emotional discrepancies going on the inside of you that nobody knows about. And so as a result, come on, you can be limping emotionally, and everybody else looks like they have it together. Everybody looks like they know exactly what they're doing. Everything looks like it's in its place. But can I tell you, God, you are walking with folk that have a limp too. They just limping in a different area. Jesus. And their walk is just different. However, Jesus, they're seeking him. Jesus, just like you. And so here is the thing. I need you to understand that even if God don't heal your walk, Jesus, and even if you remain lame, God said, I will take care of you, not just today.
Thank you. Yes, Lord. Thank you.
Not just today. He says, but I will cause you to come to the table and stay. Oh, Jesus. Now, what's so good about the table is the fact that nobody sees that you're lame. Can't nobody see that you're lame if you just stay at the table. Oh, come on, somebody. I wish somebody catch that. See, if I'm in my chair and I'm pushed up to the table, nobody knows that I'm lame. No, nobody knows. Because at the end of the day, God will continue to feed me exactly what I need. That's why he say, cry out to me, give us this day our daily bread. Now, see, I need you to understand that my daily bread, come on, might not be what I ate yesterday, because today I don't need that. Come on. Oh, God, I need something else today. And because today my bread might be different, it still serves its purpose. Come on, somebody. It still nourishes me. It still strengthens me. It still, come on, somebody, give me the wisdom that I need to go on today. And at the end of the day, the problem with most church folk is you try to eat off and feed off of what you had yesterday. And
oh, God.
not sufficient. Because you trying to make something work. Today, oh God, that worked yesterday for something else. And so because today your bread is different, it should be different. Come on, somebody. Because I need you to understand that the manna was designed for the wilderness. It wasn't designed for the promised land. Because when they made it to the promised land, the Bible said that they ate fruit and meat. Come on, somebody. That they no longer ate manna. And see, you still trying to eat manna. Come on. And you've made it in the promised land. And you can't eat manna in the promised land. Come on, somebody. Because the manna was only designed for the wilderness. And so at the end of the day, until you learn what is sufficient for today, oh God, you're going to starve. Why? Because you're not getting the proper. And so here is the day, because seasons change. And just as seasons change, so do you.
Amen. Come on. Man.
And when you are changing, you don't do things the way you used to do. When you are changing, you don't say the things you used to say. When you are changing, come on somebody, you don't act the way you used to act. When you are changing, come on somebody. Oh, so you know what? That is the problem. Because oftentimes I need you to understand that if I'm growing up, I have to go up. Here is the thing. I never understood midlife crisis. I just think it's from the devil. I believe midlife crisis is from hell. Why do you say that? Because midlife crisis make most people want to go back. Oh, I'm going to help you anyway. Here is the thing. I was not designed to go back. Oh, God. Because at the end of the day, going back, come on, Jesus, means to subtract. God, the only thing that God will take away from me are the things that are not conducive to where I am going. Come on, somebody. But God won't take me back. He'll just take some stuff out of me as I go forward. Come on, somebody. So at the end of the day, midlife crisis ain't of God. And I believe that if you ever begin to experience it, you need to fight it. Because here is the thing. If I didn't do it when the time was appropriate, I don't get to do it now. You don't get married and act single. That's going backwards. If single was the attitude and the mentality that you wanted to have, then you should have stayed there. You was there before. I need you to understand, come on, that we don't get 50 and start acting 16. You were 16 once. You should have made it work then. It ain't gonna work now. Come on, somebody. Because at the end of the day, you are made different now. Come on, somebody. And who wants to be surrounded? You just looks retarded. Being 50 in the midst of a class of 16-year-olds that just don't look right. It just don't suck. It don't look right. So here is the thing. If you want to be 16, you so missed it. Count it all loss. Live 50 with intention. If you live today with intention, you won't have to be regretting what you didn't do. Oh, I'm going to say that one more time. See, if you live today with intention, with purpose in mind, then tomorrow you won't have to be regretting what you did yesterday or didn't do yesterday. Why? Because I lived with intention. I got up with purpose in mind. Come on. And I went out with intention. And I did everything that I thought was sufficient for that day. Now, here is the thing. If you did not, come on, then it's okay. But you got to count it.
Come on. That's right. Come on now. Yes, Lord.
It's okay. Did you learn anything? Because that is what's supposed to be happening. We are supposed to be learning, even in our mishaps. We're supposed to be what? Learning, even in our mishaps. Now let me show you something. And so he was in Lo-debar, which means no pasture or place where there is not enough. And so here's the thing. In order to go from not having enough to having more than enough, you have to be willing to accept your circumstances.
Oh, yes.
Because Mephibosheth came out of hiding. And when he came out of hiding, he had to tell David who he thought he was. Somebody, let me talk to you. See, he was hiding as a result of shame as to who he thought he was. So he didn't have to tell nobody who he thought he was. But when David came looking for him, he had to come out of hiding. The mere fact that he came out of hiding lets me know he was ready to face who he was. And so because he was really ready to face who he was, that also lets me know that he was looking for change. And as a result of him looking for change and being willing to say, this is who I am, come on somebody, I need you to understand that at that place a transfer took place. David took his lack, come on somebody, and gave him abundance. Come on. I need you to understand that David said, from this day forward, everything that Saul had is now yours, Jesus. But here is the thing I need you to understand. He got the best of both worlds, because even after getting, come on Jesus, what his granddaddy had, he also got what the king had. He said, now I'm going to give you this, but damn God, I want you at my table every time. Now let me show you something, because it just don't make sense to the natural mind. If the king was going to make sure he was straight, he didn't need what his granddaddy had.
Come on now.
Why is it that God will begin to slap stuff on us when I don't need it no more?
Come on. Yes, Lord.
Because whenever you become hungry, that's why God say, knock, and the door will be open.
Oh,
Yes, Lord.
Seek. Isn't it amazing that when I get one job, everybody starts calling?
That's right. That's it. Yes, come on. Come on. Come on here.
Why, when I get one husband,
Come on.
want me now. And you start singing Mike Jones. Back then, you didn't want me. Now I'm high, and they all on me. So here is the thing. Why is it when I get something, everything wanna start showing up? Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Why is it that after I buy the house, all these houses are for sale? Oh God, I don't understand what's really going on. I need you to be clear about this. God says, I don't give to the complacent. I give to the hungry. And see, I need you to be clear. He says, because you didn't do nothing with what I gave you.
Lord.
Lucy. Now you would think that because I don't have nothing, God will be trying to give me something.
Come on. Come on now.
It don't go like that.
Yes, Lord.
He said, I give you according to the desire of your heart. Not the desire of your mama heart, not the desire of your daddy heart, but the desire of your heart.
Yes, yes.
He said, when I prepared the Israelites to exit, I told them to eat as much as they could. Somebody gonna catch this. He said, I told them to eat as much as they could. And once they were full, to destroy the rest. Why would God say destroy the rest? He says, because I have to give according to the desire of Jesus that's in the individual's heart. He says, if you want me bad enough, I need you to search me. That's why God play hide and seek with us, because he wants to see how bad do we want him. But not only that, he wants to see what are we willing to give up to experience him, to find him. And so here is the thing. Just because you only like servants and somebody else want a big old plate of food, God said, I'm going to give you according to your appetite. If you don't come up in here with me, I won't give you nothing. If you don't come up in here pulling off the anointing, then you'll leave out of here just as empty as you came in here. Somebody gonna catch that later. If you don't, come on somebody, if you don't, Jesus, have a passion for the things of God, then I can give you my other stuff. Come on, Jesus, because it's a package deal. Oh God, and you can't just pick off, oh God, oh the plate and think, I like this about you, God, and I like that about you, God, but I don't like that. So if you don't eat the peas, you won't get the plate, because the peas come on the plate. Somebody don't catch it. God ain't let you pick. I'm saying, Lord, I don't eat broccoli. I don't like carrots. I don't like cauliflower. God said you're going to eat everything on the plate, or you're not going to get what's on the plate. And so, Mephibosheth, he came to the table with nothing.
Come on here.
Trent, he came to the table with nothing.
Yes, Lord.
When I was studying that, I was just trying to see what Mephibosheth had to be in God when David went to looking for him, because I just believe in my sanctified heart that Mephibosheth had been crying out to God. I just believe that Mephibosheth had been talking to the Lord. I believe that Mephibosheth was broken, come on, and he needed God so bad that God put the family on David's mind. I just don't believe that David just out of the blue thought about Saul's family. I believe that God, as a result of the hunger on the inside of Mephibosheth, that David showed up, not based on who David was, but based on who Mephibosheth was. And so as a result, God had to meet him. God had to call. God had to show up. And I know, because you want him bad enough, because you keep showing up, that God, I need you to hear me and hear me well. When he show up, it won't be based on your degree. It won't be based on Jesus, on who, oh God, you know, it's going to be based on to whose you belong. But I believe God have you on his mind. And you don't have to come to the table with nothing but you. Don't worry about your faults. Don't worry about your feelings. Don't worry about your past. Because none of that's going to matter. Because you're going to come empty. And you're going to leave with the abundance. It's going to be based on the fact that you was hungry. Jesus. You had a passion. Stay hungry. I don't care how much you get. Stay hungry. I don't care what shows up in your life. Stay hungry. Stay hungry, Trent. Stay hungry, Trent. Stay hungry. Stay hungry. Because as long as you're hungry, God gonna let you keep eating at his table. Just as long as you stay hungry, you don't have a place at God's table, Trent. If you stay hungry, you don't have a place at the master's table. My God. Let me show you what God began to show me. God began to show me that only 10% of our youth know him and have a desire to know him. So that means 90% of our youth don't know the Lord. Because they're lame. And I'm not talking about lame based on the world's standards of lame. Jesus. But because there's no pasture. Oh God, there's no pasture. Jesus. I'm talking out of the Holy Ghost. There's no pasture. David created a pasture for Mephibosheth. But you know, it's so ironic. Thank you, Holy Ghost. I hear you talking to me now. David was a shepherd boy. And even though he became king, he never lost, Jesus, his wherewithal to shepherd a people. David was clear about how to keep sheep. Come on, somebody. And so here is the thing. David knew how to create a pasture. But here is the thing. I need you to understand that just because there is a pasture don't mean folk don't want to come and eat. But God is showing me that there is no pasture.
Yes.
And so, because there is no pasture, there is not even nowhere for, oh God, nobody to wander off into. Come on, I'm talking about I'm talking out of the Holy Ghost because it's not in my notes. Here is the thing, God, Jesus. If we don't begin to create a pasture in our home, nobody's going to want to come and eat with you. I'm not just talking about no natural. Somebody need to pick you. See, I can only pick you if I think something in you. If nobody wants to have a conversation with you about God, I don't care if they is or ain't serving him, something is not right. Pasture. Oh, Lodabar was a place where there was no pasture. So God had to pull Mephibosheth from Lodabar and bring him where there was a pasture, because where there is a pasture, there is a sign that enough is here for you. And see, here it is, where there is a pasture, the lame don't mind sitting. Oh, God, have mercy, have mercy. What do you mean? The depressed don't mind being there. The anxious don't mind being there. Come on, somebody. The suicidal don't mind being there. Ah, Jesus. So I need you to be clear about the fact, come on, somebody, that there are folk lingering around you that are expressed and vexed, and you don't even know about it. Why? Because you haven't created a pasture for them to tell you about it. And not only that, you don't have a discernment so that you can see about it. And so what is happening now? Because I done sit around you all this time, and you don't even know what's on the inside of me. You haven't created anything for me to be controversial. Oh God, for me to communicate, for me to let you know exactly. Oh God. What's going on? Because when I believe that you will make my lameness cease to exist, I'll tell you all about my troubles. And not that when I leave here, I'll no longer be lame. But when I leave here, I will accept who I am. With a desire, Jesus, to keep showing up. And so I need you to understand that Jesus came to save and to seek that which is lost. And some of us are saved and still lost. And so at the end of the day, if that be you, God is seeking you. If he wasn't, he wouldn't have gave the message. But you have to be willing to be found. And when you're found, you have to be willing to be honest. Oh, Jesus. Lord, I'm not right. Okay. Lord, I don't believe. Oh, Jesus. Lord, I don't think you can do it. Lord, I don't think I'm worthy. Lord, I am depressed. Lord, I don't feel worthy. Lord, come on. I don't want to be here no more. Okay, somebody got to keep it real with God. Not that he don't know it, but he can't help you until you're willing to get him. You have to be willing to keep it 100 with God. You have to be willing to say, Lord, I don't know it all. I don't have it all. You have to be willing to admit, Lord, I do need help. And that's the way it is for most couples. When you're married, both parties have to be willing to get help. And if both parties are not willing to get help, the marriage is bound to die. Here is the thing. Even if two people go to counseling, if one is not willing to admit what's going on with me, then you can show up every day and your marriage still die. Why? Because you have to be willing. Now you can walk by yourself, but two people can't walk together except they agree. Come on, somebody. So what am I saying now? God desires a relationship with you. And he can't do it by himself. Now I just mess you up because you say, isn't he all powerful? Isn't he all knowing? Come on, yes he is. But God says, I can't give you what you don't want. And if you don't want a relationship with me, come on, Jesus, I can't make you want it. You gotta want to spend time with me. Come on. You gotta want to show up every day for me. You gotta want to, come on, give up your time for me. You gotta want to seek me each and every day. This relationship can't be one-sided. God can't be the only one that wants to show up. You gotta want it too. God saying, I come down where there's an expectancy. I show up where there is a hunger. That's why I tell you, thirst and hunger after righteousness. Because until then, I can't fill you up. I need you to hunger for this. I need you to thirst for this. I need you to crave for it. I need you to have a passion for it. He said, and until that happens, I can't come. I can't show up. I need you to be clear. Whenever the anointing shows up in the house, if God sent it there, then he sends it there with everything you need.
Yes, Lord. Come on now.
If you don't pull from it, nothing God can do.
Man.
The anointing is like a well. If you never go to the well and draw,
Come on now.
you never get what you need. See, it does no good just to show up at the well.
Yeah.
You gotta draw from the well. See, Jesus met the woman at the well because she did want to change.
Yes.
And here is the thing. Jesus came to the well, she began to draw. You want to know? You want to know how I know she was drawing? Because when he asked the question, she answered. And she was so ashamed of her answers, she tried to tell the truth without telling the truth. Come on, Jesus. She said, I had one at home. He said, no, you got more than one, you had 5. So here is the thing. He was able to get out of her what she didn't want in her. But it was as a result of the fact that she pulled from him what she needed in him. See, here is the thing. I can come up here and turn cartwheels and flips if you was hungry. I know when you're pulling and when you aren't. I'm dry. And it ain't because nothing's in me. Jesus. Jesus said, if you go to their house, he says, and they don't receive, just dust your feet off. He said, but if you go in their house and you feel that they are worthy, not whether you think that I think. Oh God, I wish I had a church. He said, if you feel like they are worthy, leave everything there. But if you feel like they don't deserve, get out and get back on your journey. See, you think it's about me, but you done missed it. You know how I know you missed it? Because there's no way. There's no way. It's just no way. Trent, you pulling. But I need you to understand. See, they ain't that thirst and hunger. Now I need you to understand. If you believe in God, everybody in here believe God. Okay, all y'all believe God. Listen, all of y'all believe. God, all y'all believe in God. Yeah, all y'all believe in God, and all of y'all believe God. And you made a mandate on him this morning before you left home. Then you're not supposed to leave here the same way you came. Let me show you something. I'm talking out of the Holy Ghost. When Jacob came into God's presence, let's just say I didn't feel like preaching today. Let's just say that I came here to preach. But let's just say I didn't. And you had an expectation. You wouldn't let me go until I bless you. Y'all not hungry. PLM, until you get on hungry, until you get on fire, until you get thirsty for real, you will never see a sign and a wonder it is ironic that I can go everywhere else.
Yes.
You're not hungry. Because even if I didn't feel like preaching, if you had God, I hope up in Him, whether I wanted to or not. See, this is what y'all thought. The preacher don't get excited. You know why people hoop? Because somebody out there saying, I came here, I ain't going back to that house. Not like this. You gonna give me something. You gonna give me, you give me something. Jacob wrestled with God all night. And Jacob said, Lord, I'm not letting you go until you bless me. Now here is the thing. Jacob prevailed with God. That's how bad he wanted God to move in his life. And as a result of Jacob's prevailing, when he left, he did not only leave with everything that he came there looking for, he left with a name change and a limp, meaning his walk was different. And his name had been changed. That lets me know Jacob was a different individual entirely. That means when you come in the house of the Lord, you're not supposed to leave the same way you came in. But guess what? If you're not hungry for it, God can't make you hungry for it. He can't make you hungry for it. The reason why when we were growing up and they had church all day,
Come on now. Yes, Lord.
you want to know why they had church all day? See, these big time preachers that told you what you tearing for.
Come on now.
What you mean what I'm tearing for? Because the last time I checked, ain't nothing but witchcraft showing up just like that. What you mean what? I'm waiting. He said, be still and know. He said, be still and know. Meaning wait and know. While you waiting, know that I shall come through. See, we got a game to catch. We got to go to work. We got to go to the barbecue. We got to go eat. And some of us, sure enough, ain't looking for that because we left our stove on. Because if you thought God was going to show up today, you would have been like, babe, I ain't leaving this stove on because I don't know what time I'm going to get. You ain't got to expect it. He gonna send me when the expectations are high. You know what? I believe deep down in my heart right now, they got some folk crying out for LaWanda. They just don't know me yet. God raised up a man by the name of Moses because people were crying out. Oh, you thought I was just here? I have purpose.
Amen.
You
Amen.
think God just let me go through all I went through just for naught? You think I'm packing this kind of power just to come up in here with y'all cold ragged eyes?
The devil is a liar.
God, I'm a time bomb.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
I'm waiting to explode. And I believe that in the process of time, when God pulled the plug and cut me loose, hell ain't ready. Hell ain't ready for this spirit. When I tell you, why you think God taming me? He said, I can't let you loose like that. You're going to hurt somebody. Because he don't want me to lay hands on them folk and say, no, come on. See, you don't even know who you sitting on. And you want to know the truth? Me either. But I'm clear. That when he let me loose, whoever house I go to, they're going to need remodeling.
Yes, come on. Come on.
Y'all not ready. Because if you was ready, I promise you, you will be totally healed. You will be totally transformed. Let me tell you something, and I'm not boasting, and nothing but the Holy Ghost. But God will not make me a living sacrifice, and you couldn't acquire what you need. That's not the kind of God I serve. Just tell him, Lord, I'm not ready, but Lord, help me to get ready. Help me to get ready. The reason why the enemy bucks up against you the way that he does is because he needs you to be distracted. Ain't no play gonna get this. No skit gonna get this. Come on. It just ain't gonna get it. There ain't a program in America gonna get you what you need. Nothing but your hunger. Nothing but your hunger. Nothing but your hunger. When I cried out to God, I remember like it was yesterday, and I wasn't all the way there, but I had a desire to know God. And when I cried out to God, I got filled with the Holy Spirit in my room where nobody was but me and God. And the power of God came down so strong and took over. When I would go and get on campus, and the first thing I would do after I got out of my car and locked the door, I began to pray. And I would pray. And when you know, if you ever went on Southern campus, the classroom is way far from the parking lot. So I had a good minute to pray. And the Holy Spirit will come up on me like a garment I will wear. And sometimes I would try to take the scenic route to class because it just felt so good. It just felt so good. And when I didn't have anybody to watch my children, and I would go to class, see, because I was expecting to get what I came there for and leave, despite the fact that life wasn't working out the way I felt like it should, but because I had an expectancy. Come on, I'm trying to show you something. God had to show up on my behalf. And I'll never forget, the professor would ask questions and Trey would raise his hand.
And I was like, this boy not even supposed to be in this school.
But because of my expectancy, the favor of God rested upon my life. God will make a way where there is none. You know why there's no way? You're not looking for one. All you have to do is want it bad enough. You just have to want to be delivered bad enough. You just have to want to be healed bad enough. You just have to want to be set free bad enough. You just have to want peace bad enough. But as long as you feel like I can't do it, you are absolutely right. And God don't have to move not one mountain. But this is one thing that I know about the Lord. If he don't move the mountain, he'll gird you up with enough strength to keep climbing clean over that bad boy. How bad do you want it? Do you want it bad enough that you'll be all right with your differences? Bible says, think it not strange when you fall into various trials, because the trying of your faith worketh patience. And I need you to let whatever it is that God is allowing to have its perfect work on the inside of you. Take the mask off. Come on, pull the shades back. Come on. Come clean with him. Not that he don't know. It's just that he needs to know that you're really, really ready for change. And see, when patience has its perfect work on the inside of you, Jesus, love will reign supreme. And you will look past people's faults, Jesus, and begin to see needs. But in the end of the day, I need you to understand it's not them whose need you need to see. It's in their need. And you're going to see who you are. Jesus. God will create a need in somebody else so that it becomes a mirror to you. Oh God. And it will ignite in you a desire for change. Because at the end of the day, we have to be the change we want to see in this world. Not by power, not by might, but by his Spirit, says the Lord of hosts. Be not deceived. Come on. Allow God to do in you